Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, July 13th, and we have birthdays today. You know, yesterday I sang to Live Fuller, Love Fuller. I had her on yesterday and I had her on again today. And I told you I'd call her Lovey because I don't know what her real name is. I'm going to sing to her again, but please let me know what your real name is and when your real birthday is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lovey. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Sean Towers' birthday, S-I-A-N. I'm thinking that's Sean. I think I said it right last year and she told me. But anyway, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sean. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Karen Knutsen's birthday. Knutsen, I wonder if you're related to Jim. Jim has a cousin named Will Knutsen that lives in Livonia, Michigan. Well, he used to live in Livonia, Michigan. I'm wondering if you're related to him. There's the whole Knutsen family. Anyway, Karen, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And we can't forget Jimmy's buddy, Kim, over at a girl on her phone. It's Kim's birthday today. Whoo, whoo, whoo. She loves owls. It's Kim's birthday. All the owls know whoo, whoo, whose birthday it is today. It's Kim's. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kim. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all of you have a great birthday. Once again, here I am. Sitting in this chair. I'm just so annoyed. I guess that's the word, annoyed. My foot is actually, I know, it's Life with Sandy, I'm sorry, but the whole time until my foot gets better, the life about Sandy is going to be her silly old foot. It's actually feeling worse. If that's at all possible, it's actually feeling worse. Last night, I don't know if I was sitting in this chair wrong or something. I don't know what I did wrong yesterday, but when I got up, I wasn't in the chair the whole time. I do get up to go to the bathroom and make my lunch and breakfast and stuff like that. But I could hardly walk. I actually went to bed at midnight, and even when I went to bed, Jim says, "Why are you going to bed so early?" And I went, "I am in so much pain, I just want to go to sleep." And I did sleep the whole night. I slept a solid 8 hours. I didn't even wake up at 5 to go to the bathroom. I slept sound through the whole 8 hours. But I don't know. It's just, but I can't change it. I mean, it's been in the past. I agree with a lot of you when I was saying, which I never really put two and two together, when I was walking with those new shoes and my feet were bothering me. I was probably damaging my foot at that time. But I'm wondering why it was just the one foot, not the other foot. You would have thought it was, thankfully, look for the good things in life. Always look for the good things. It's only one foot. Just think if it would have been both feet. Oh, I don't know what I would have done. But I really do think it was the shoes, now that I'm thinking about it, because between the shoes and the physical therapy, it all just kind of wraps up into, I'm thinking that's when it all came about. Because I never, knock on wood, I've never had problems with my feet my whole life. I've never had a problem with my feet. And it was just since I got those shoes, and that's really when it all began. And it's just like, ugh. And then I get so discouraged. I gotta stay offline. They tell you to stay off the internet. They tell you that for a reason. Because when I see that it can be almost a year before my foot feels better, I'm thinking, oh, please, don't tell me that. You know, I just want to go like my knee. I had my whole knee replaced, and that only took 4 weeks with my therapy and that. When I broke my arm, I think I was in a cast for 6 weeks. So I don't know, but your feet is a whole different thing. And then that makes me mad at myself that I gained back 30 pounds because I'd have 30 less pounds of pressure on it if I wouldn't have gained the weight. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know, I can't change the past. There's no use stressing about it. But that's just who I am. If you know me, you know me. And you know I stress. And there's things in life that you can control and things in life that you can't control. This is one of them. Some of the things that I'm doing a little differently today, I took some leave back in 2005, and I had such a, I don't know, it could have been a coincidence, but I took one leave when my knees were bothering me before I had my knee surgery. We had gone to Disney World, and I'll tell you a story. We were going to Disney World, and that was when you had to go really when security, I don't know how, I haven't traveled on a plane since 2005, so I don't know if the security's gotten worse or better or about the same, but it was like really, really hard to get through security. And you had to take your shoes off. I think you still got to take your shoes off, which is silly in my opinion. But anyway, so we were going a whole trip. Jim's mother had passed away and left us a considerable amount of money. So Bertie took paid for her family, and Jim and I paid for our family, and we all went on the Disney land and cruise tour. So we were like 3 days on land and 4 days on sea. So we chartered a bus, like a party bus, to take us down to the airport, like at 5 o'clock in the morning to get on the airport, to go to the airport. We were having a good old time, and I had packed, and you know this because I always bring an apple, just in case you get hungry. You got an apple, you can always, in a bottle of water. I don't really, my own water. I don't drink regular bottled water, but and I had my overnight bag, and in my overnight bag I had my TV, geez, please. I had my books, and I had my medicines, and I had a change of clothes because I knew that when we got to Florida, I wanted to change my clothes because I like to travel in long pants. I had my headphones. I had my Walkman because back then it was Walkmans. I had my Walkman. I had a little, like a, what do you call it? You know, like when you read the book in a Kindle. I had a Kindle. I had all of this stuff packed in my overnight bag. And so Jim we packed all of our stuff. So we get to the thing, and we're going through the line, and you only could go one at a time. So I put my bag on the thing, and it kind of slid through, and Jim was behind me. Well, Jim got stopped because he had a Gerber, which is like a knife. And he didn't want to give up his Gerber because like they would just confiscate the Gerber. You can buy them anywhere. You could buy them anywhere. But no, he wanted that particular Gerber. We couldn't leave it behind. And at that point, the way the security worked at Detroit Metropolitan Airport was like you went through the scanner, you went through the, like the little wall thing, the X-ray machine, and then you immediately took an escalator down. But you couldn't wait for the next person in line. So I was waiting for my bag to come through, and Jim was arguing about the knife. And so I went to grab my bag, and it didn't come through. And Jim says, "Don't worry, I'll get your bag. Just go ahead." So I went down the escalator, and then Jim wasn't coming down, and he wasn't coming down, and he wasn't coming down forever and ever. And so finally, Jim comes down without my bag. And I go, "Where is my bag? Did you forget my bag?" So I went to go get my bag, and he said, "Oh no, they wouldn't let me take my knife, so I had to check your bag." I could have shot him on the scene. It's a good thing they confiscated all weapons, let me tell you, because everybody in my party knew that I was pissed because it was awful. I was just so mad. I was just so mad at Jim that he did that. And I said, "Well, did you at least get my book out so I have something to read?" And he said, "No." And I go, "Well, did you get my wallet out?" Because I had my wallet in the thing. He says, "No, I didn't get any of that stuff out. It's all in the bag. It's all checked. You don't need to worry about it." Everybody knew to stay away from me and Jim because they knew that I was like, if looks could kill. I mean, just tell you, if looks could kill. So then when we're getting on the plane, somehow the seating arrangement got messed up, thankfully, because I wasn't sitting next to Jim because it would have been a fighting flight the whole time. And he was across the aisle from me. And so then Bertie had come up and she says, I thought you brought a book. You always bring a book. And I go, we're not going to talk about it. And so then we start taking off, and does Jim not open up his overnight bag? He didn't put his knife in his bag. He put it in his little compartment, not an overnight bag. He had a, what do you call it? See, I can't think of it. It's been so long ago. You could open it up and you could watch movies on it. It wasn't an iPad, or maybe it was an iPad. I can't think of what it was called. Anyway, he opened it up and started watching the movies that he had brought to watch. Everybody saw him open that little thing and they all went, oh no. They all just knew. So it was just, it wasn't, now that's going to bug me. They don't have them anymore, whatever it was. Now maybe they do and I don't remember what they are. Maybe it was just an iPad. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Jim had something to entertain himself on the plane. Sandy had nothing to entertain him. I was reading the little vomit bags and things like that. It was just, I was so mad. So then we get to our room and our luggage was there, except for, you guessed it, my overnight bag. My overnight bag got lost in the transition. So we went to the Disney park right away, and I didn't have my shorts or anything. I had to wear long pants, and it was hot. It was really hot. It was just a miserable day. And then my knee was bothering me. I could hardly walk. We rented a wheelchair scooter, one of those little scooters that you see people go around, because I literally could not walk. I was in so much pain. I'm in that much pain right now. Getting back to they'll leave. Was it they'll leave? Yeah. I knew we'd get back to it. Come in for the landing. I took one pill before we went to the Disney World walk because I thought I'm going to need this because my knee is going to be really bothering me bad. I had some kind of, my head felt like it was going to boom, blow off the top of my head. And so I've never taken a leave since. So Denise brought me some Aleve today because that's what the doctor recommended, and I'm kind of a little afraid to take it. So I don't know if it was just a combination of I was just so angry, I was hot, I was like miserable, and it was just a combination, or it was just a coincidence. But anyway, my overnight bag did eventually show up when we got back from Disney World that night. My bag was in the room, but it was, and then when we came home, all of our bags were lost. Not one of our bags was there when we went to check out. When we got back to Detroit, they were completely gone. And they brought, this is what I don't understand, when they did find it, they found our luggage like 4 days later. I don't know if they found it 4 days later, but they delivered it 4 days later at 3:30 in the morning. Now, I realize that they want to make sure that you get your luggage. But 3:30 in the morning, I had to get up to get the luggage. It was just... But we had a good time on the trip. So, anyway. But getting back to my subject of stressing, it's just my foot hurts so bad that I'm really, I'm like 95% sure right at this moment, at this very moment in time, that I'm not going to go to the cottage. I'm so looking forward to going to the cottage, but these are my reasons for not going. First of all, the walk from the bathroom from my bedroom will be excruciating if I have to keep getting up to go to the bathroom. So I could do it. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. It's not good morning anymore. It's good afternoon. I should good morning because I'm just used to saying good morning. But anyway, it's a little bit of a walk to the bed, from the bed to the bathroom. The other thing is, it's not my bed. So, I mean, you always like to sleep in your own bed. I bring my own linens, I bring my own pillow, I bring my own blankets, but I don't bring my own mattress. But it's a comfortable bed, if memory serves me right, so I don't have a problem with that. The other thing is, it's the chair that I want to sit in is the most comfortable chair, and I know I said I'm going to put Sandy first, and I know that everybody wouldn't have a problem with me sitting there, but when we go, we always kind of rotate that chair because it's just better for everybody. And I could sit on the couch and stretch out my leg. I just don't want people to feel obligated that they got to take care of me. I know. With that being said, I said that I was going to, it's hard. It's really hard for me. You know, it's just for 70 some years, it's always been everybody else first. And so it's hard. And then, but the main reason, and I won't be able to walk down to the water because it hurts too much to walk. So I won't be able to walk down to the water. It's just like 2 or 3 houses, but I'm telling you, just walking out to get my mail is excruciating enough. And today I'm walking with a cane. That'll just give you a clue. But I won't be able to go down by the water. I'll be stuck in the cottage, sitting in that chair. And there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Dorothy was so right. There was no place like home. And I would just feel more comfortable. But the ultimate main reason I really think I'm not going to be going is I take a shower every single morning. When I get up in the morning, I take a shower. And I am very fortunate that my shower is finished finally, that I have a walk-in shower, that I don't have to put a lot of pressure on my foot to get into the shower. To take a shower at this particular cottage, I have to step over into a tub and put weight on my foot, whether I'm getting into the tub or getting out of the tub. Now, I know that my daughter Christy would help me get in and out of the tub. And I know that there's going to come a point in my life that I'm going to have to rely on that. And I'm probably at that point right now, at this particular moment in time, but I'm too stubborn to accept it. There's no other word for it, just too stubborn to accept that. And so I think that the fact that I'm not going to be able to take it, now I can take like sponge baths or whatever, and I can wash my hair and all that good stuff, but there's nothing like a good refreshing shower to get you started in the day. But I'm not making the decision today. Today's only Wednesday. We're not leaving till Friday. So I got 2 days to make my decision on that. But like I said, I'm 95% leaning towards not going. But I haven't told anybody yet. You guys are the first to know. And my family doesn't watch my videos, and so they won't know until I tell them on Friday. But it's not worth stressing about. It's not worth worrying about. When Jim gets home from work today, I am going to go buy some shoes. They recommended everybody's recommended, not only the doctor, but everybody else has recommended either a Brooks shoe or a Hoka shoe. And so I'm going to be going to the shoe store and buying some shoes today to see if that makes a difference. Because really these inserts, the first day or two really did help, but they don't seem to be helping anymore. They really don't. And I know it's probably because the shoe's not properly fitted to my foot. So a whole combination of things. So that's what I plan on doing. So once again, I hate to have all my videos all revolving around me, because it's just, I know it's Life with Sandy, but it shouldn't be about a miserable life with Sandy, because this is like, I feel like this is so miserable. But anyway, I did watch Sue Slims Down, and I'm going to leave a clip, a link to her channel, to this particular, not to her channel, but to this particular video that she did today, about if you're just like on the struggle bus, which thankfully I can tell you that I have not turned to food. I am struggling, I really am struggling, but even if I wanted to get on the scale, it'd be too much weight to step up and step onto the scale, if that makes any sense. But I'm being very mindful of what I'm eating. I'm drinking a lot of water, because I really do think that when you have inflammation and things like that going on, that water flushes out the system. But I found her video to be very helpful for me today, and I'm sure it'll be helpful to you. And I know she's so close to getting 1,000 subscribers, so go over there and subscribe to her. Right now she's living in South Dakota, working at Mount Rushmore. One of the reasons I'm bummed too is because I was planning on meeting up with her when we were going in 2 weeks, but that's been changed too. She lives in Ohio, so she doesn't live that far from me, so I know that one day we will get together. But in the meantime, go over to her channel and subscribe, and you won't be disappointed. You really won't. And she eats different than I do, so she eats you'll get a lot of good ideas from her. But other than that, not going to stress. It doesn't do anything. The positive outlook of this is it's given me time to reflect on what's important in my life, what's important for me to realize that I need to do with my life, and just being thankful for all of your support and encouragement, putting up with me in my little glitch of a video. Because I know I always tell you don't leave me, but please don't leave me just because I'm complaining about this is so not me. This is which makes it difficult for me to do videos every day now. This is just not me. And tomorrow I promise I won't reflect on how miserable I'm feeling, because you don't need to hear that. I don't need to say it anymore. But if you're new to my channel, it isn't always like this. Trust me, it isn't always like this. But if you are new to my channel, subscribe, because then you'll see that it's not always like this. Leave a comment, hit the like button, share it if you think somebody else is having a lot of foot pain and they can relate to me. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow.